You really can't make this up. So make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome content. I think that this has got to be one of the hilarious moments that we love to see in this game, as we have just the investors, the evil scalpers, the people with the deep pockets that allow you to sell your garbage to because they believe any sort of card game product in a sector can go up, have entered into the Yu-Gi-Oh market. And hilariously enough, everybody, we have seen boxes of Duelist of the Deep, the absolute dumpster fire set of the game, has had quite an uptick in sales recently. Along with the old set, the Speedroid set that had Baron DeFleur in it, which is now absolutely worth nothing because Baron got cratered into the ground, has also been receiving an uptick. Now, we have a great scholar in our community that made the most satirical video of great pickups that you could invest into as a potential pickup of great opportunities. If you can't read the sarcasm here, it's pretty intensive, honestly. When you're coming into a card game like this, if you're assuming everybody has your best interest at heart, strange concept. I truly know. We're in an era right now, people, where you are going to have some people coming into this game thinking that it's going to be a great opportunity for them to, turn over and make some money. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that is an incorrect statement, because it's not. There is money to be made in Yu-Gi-Oh! In different places than I think you expect. I look at Asian English for the old Asian English stuff. Nobody's going to touch that stuff on our side of the market, but it's been going crazy on the JP side. And the collectors that want old Asian English stuff, that's an entirely other sector. The World Championship prize cards are another crazy example of things in this space that are now unobtainium to the average person. I mean, what? You're looking at 20, 30 grand for a World's prize card in this day and age. But in terms of like collectible things, if we start to see YCS prize cards disappear, and I think this is truly going to be like the worry factor in this game right now. YCS prize cards, especially the godforsaken, terrible vanilla monsters. If we start to see those disappearing off of the market for the $200 that they're worth, then at that point, I think we kind of got to turn our heads, and then we've kind of got to go, maybe there is something to this, because there are commodities of things within the space that once they disappear and they don't actually repopulate, that's where, problems lie. And I mean, I think this is another key example of some of those, oddities within the market. This set's not getting reprinted. You're not going to get this art in platinum again. Actually, we might not see a reprint for that until like the 35th or the 40th. We might just be done with that product. That long term, some of those things are a little bit worrisome, and also we've been experiencing the free fall of the QCR market recently. If you've been keeping an eye on how that's been going around in the sector, I mean, those cards aren't getting reprinted in that rarity. 25th is done, people. We continue to see people kind of frantically scouring, trying to pick up what they can for this. And recently, if you've looked at some of the quarter century boxes, I think it was Stampede recently, just started touching 200 a box with like 8 listings left. That's worrisome to me in that sector, that we're seeing stuff like that start to disappear and go up. So, directing people to pick up the terrible baggage of stores is hilarious. I get it. And this is why, everybody's shouting the scalpers are bad, the scalpers are bad. No, the stores are looking at this and they're going, time to get that bad stuff off of the books, because somebody's going to come in and they're going to be like, what's the cheapest Yu-Gi-Oh product you got? And you're going to tell them, they're going to be like, $10 a box? No way. And they're going to think that's just the greatest turn. You can double $10 to $20? No way. They're going to pick that up in a heartbeat. All right. And is it the correct play? I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money. The only thing I do is, this looks cool. I'm going to pick this up. Hey, audience, I wouldn't pick this up. Your considerations to want to pick this up, the negatives to not wanting to pick it up, negatives to picking it up. It's always going to be the case. I will say, in terms of kind of where the market's going to go from here, I think we're going to have a lot of baby booms in a lot of weird sectors. I wouldn't be too worried at the moment. I mean, I say that, but I mean, shit could hit the fan at any second in this market. You could have somebody come. Realistically, somebody came in with $1 million, they could wrecking ball this place. All right, like, you could watch your free fall market in this game just go down the shitter, and you'd just be looking around like, where'd all the QCRs go? Why are these so expensive? Why did that go up in price? And you could just be sitting here shitting your pants on the floor, crying and, complaining. I mean, that's... People with deeper pockets exist in this community than you could ever truly imagine. I just don't know why they would want to come over here when Pokemon exists, One Piece exists. I mean, that's the trap of Yu-Gi-Oh, right? That everybody that's been here understands. It's like, oh yes, if you come into Yu-Gi-Oh, it's a great place. It's great. And there's also like the worry that this was another thing that I was reading from a lot of people. It's like, oh my God, they're going to go to the Target and they're going to buy out all the cards. I'm not going to be able to get them anymore. I don't know what you're thinking, but I don't think that's going to happen. Like, if one Target gets cleared out in the entire U.S., oh no. It might just be somebody trying to chase cards. I mean, I've had a friend that bought out his entire Walmart with Maze. Just tried to open some packs and just wanted to pull some, cards. We all have stories like that do exist. There's just 1 to 2 sets. You're just like, I want to open this because this seems fun. And that's always going to be the case with some of these products. Like, there'd be sets that you want to open. All right. And there'll be other sets that somebody else wants to open. So, there are limits now for a reason on TCGs. They do in fact exist. I just don't think we're going to be the fear, or dear old FOMO, fear of missing out. For those of you that don't know the acronym, we are going into a scary time. Like I said, the fear of the unknown. I mean, if you're not picking up the QCRs you want, I mean, the next day is a new story, but you're now one day further into the future where other people now also have the same idea of wanting to pick up said cards, and those cards might be disappearing because they've now decided to pick them up in terms of collectability. That's the risk you face in any sort of TCG market. Here today, gone tomorrow. It's always going to be that case with, especially collectibles. You might have it as a great opportunity today. You don't have the money for it. Somebody else does, and they pick it up. Welcome to Economics 101, people. Supply and demand, Somebody's offering something at a cheaper price and you don't have the money to afford it. You can A, try to haggle with them, but if B walks up and goes, wow, that's really good, and they have the cash in hand, sorry, I've seen that happen multiple times with people. They're sitting here trying to haggle with it. Somebody walks up, has the money, and goes, I'll buy this for, the price that you've got it at. Opportunity cost. It happened. And it's something that they taught us in business school. You're not going to be able to get every sort of opportunity that walks up to you, but it's going to be just that. So don't be scared of where the market is going right now or where things are shaping up. Take a deep breath and just wait and see. That is the only thing that we can do right now. This is your dear old MCO40 signing out, and my final parting words for you today are, oopsie daisy, I'm about to go shit my pants. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.